Tonight we're having dinner at Blue Dragon, one of the most talked about dining spots in Epic Universe. Let's see if it's worth planning your day around. Okay, so we are having dinner at Blue Dragon tonight. I am very much looking forward to this. Epic Universe has two signature dining experiences, Blue Dragon, which is the one we're about to do, and the other one is the Atlantic at the front of the park. And happily, here is the Blue Dragon, right outside of the Helios Grand. All right, so the lovely cast member just checked us in, and we are going to go on in. She did ask us if we were celebrating anything, and I mentioned our little graduation here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so for dinner here at the Blue Dragon, they have small plates, they have dim sum, they have noodles and rice, they have big plates, and they have a teapot. So they have Korean fried wings, they have calamari, they have dumplings. Please go ahead, pause the screen so that you can get a good look at what's on offer. I hear it's good here. Not sure what I'm going to get yet. And on the back, they have their beverages. I would normally get a beverage, but it's just too hot for some alcohol, I have to tell you. So I'm just going to get something light, like a lemonade, a tea or something, and definitely some water. Okay, and this is the Little Dragon's kids menu. You have an orange chicken bento box and a beef and broccoli bento box. So there are only two options here for your littles, so just keep that in mind if you're interested in booking this restaurant for dinner or lunch. So I wanted to share with you what our server offered as some of the things to try and things not to try. She mentioned that the double fried Korean wings, that most people end up not liking them because they are double fried. They take the first layer of batter off and then they're hard to eat. So we were looking at those, so we're not going to do those. She did recommend the sweet and sour calamari, so we're going to do that. She also recommended the beef Zion noodles. We are going to do that. And she also recommended the dragon fried rice. We're going to do that. And the beef and broccoli. So we're not going to do the beef and broccoli, but the little guy is going to get the crispy orange chicken, so we'll try that and we'll let you know what that is like as well. And I'm so glad that the server recommended things without us having to ask. So hopefully these are the best items on the menu, and we'll keep you posted and let you know how it turns out when the food arrives. So the other thing that I would say is that it is so hot out here. All we're doing right now is throwing back some water. So please stay hydrated. Go into the air conditioning every hour or so if you've just been out there walking around, so that you stay hydrated and you don't start to feel sick in this heat. Especially if you don't live here, you forget how hot it is. And it's hot back in New York, and we've had some heat waves, but this is just different. It's just like sitting in a bowl of hot soup out there. So take care of yourself. So what are you thinking of the calamari so far?
It's good. It's crispy. I like the sauce. Not too sweet. There are places where they soak in the sweet chili sauce. This is just perfect. Drizzled out.
I agree. The sauce is great. I like a sweet chili sauce, actually, even though I'm spice adverse. So I can highly recommend this. I like the batter on the calamari and the shrimp. It's light yet flavorful. It's very nicely seasoned. And this is called Dragon.
Lotus.
And this is lotus fruit. So it's actually edible. They fry it up, so you could try that. And if you know me, I don't like a chewy calamari, and this calamari is not chewy. It is really very, very good. It's nice and delicate and fresh. I haven't had the shrimp yet, but so far this dish is hitting all of the right notes. Now that we are most of the way through with our meal, I wanted to just come back and level set on our impressions of this restaurant. The presentation of the building, the space, the food itself. Let's talk about that. This space is very, very immersive. It does exactly what you would expect it to do. I feel like I am sitting outside in a courtyard with the lanterns overhead. It's really very, very lovely in here, so I feel very immersed. So the theme is working. The presentation of the food was very good. I really liked the lotus flowers and the calamari. And I want to correct something I said earlier. I said calamari and shrimp, but it was just calamari. I was dreaming of shrimp being in there for some reason. Excellent dish. We pretty much finished that up. The flavors were wonderful. Love the dipping sauce. Let's talk about the beef noodles. We knew that those were going to be spicy. However, they were so spicy. She said that they were soaked in the chili oil and a Szechuan sauce, to the point where Paul, who really likes spicy food, said it was a little sour. He doesn't. He ate some of the noodles, but he didn't clean the plate, which is unusual. The beef on top was tender. It was spicy as well. And even if you can deal with the spice, there was something about the noodles that was off for a person who loves spicy food. I want to say that. And if you are spice adverse, I would not get this dish. I had one noodle and the tip of my tongue was just on fire. I would not do that. Let's now talk about what I thought was the best thing on the table, which was the rice. Absolutely delicious. It has all of the vegetables in it, snow peas, carrots. It had crab, Chinese sausage, as well as shrimp. And snow peas. All of it very well working together. It came to the table, as did all of the food, nice and hot and just freshly prepared, all of it. So all in, the presentation, the taste, the flavors, everything here was really top notch. And considering you are sitting in a theme park restaurant, this is better than you would expect for a theme park restaurant. I had heard that the food is good here at Epic Universe, and this first official meal here is proving that to be true. So far, it's really working out nicely as far as the food goes. So now that we've talked about the taste and the flavors, let's talk about the portion sizes. We still have food sitting on the table, and I have to say the orange chicken came with a huge mound of white rice and the snow peas. And the little guy is picked at it. He didn't really like the orange flavor. However, I tasted the chicken and I thought it was really very good. So it's something that I would recommend. I have a picky eater. That's all I can say. But I thought that dish was really well done as well. I think the sesame seeds really threw him off on that dish. So if sesame is a problem for you, you can ask them to hold the sesame for you. You don't have to have it on the dish. But the portion sizes are huge. We have not finished everything. No one here has cleaned their plate. So the value for the money, we don't know yet what it's going to cost. The check hasn't arrived, but just looking at what's left on the table, what we were able to eat, and also the variety of foods and dishes on the menu, I thought was really very well balanced. It was not a menu that where you were starved for choice. You definitely had plenty of choice, but it wasn't an overwhelming choice of food. You could conceivably, if you had a large party, taste most things on the menu. And so I thought this was very, very good. It's $128 for the three of us to have a meal. So that's 3 mains and 1 appetizer. I think that's reasonable. I think that that's real value for the money, considering how large the portions were and how good the food was. $128 is not bad at all. So that's roughly $42 per person for the meal. Not bad at all.
So that was our dinner at Blue Dragon. The food, the atmosphere, and what it's really like to sit down here during a day at Epic Universe. This trip has already been a journey, from driving down and stopping overnight at Hilton Head to checking into Stella Nova, and now spending our first day walking around Epic Universe. Coming up next, we're back for day 2 at Epic Universe, followed by our move to Walt Disney World, our trip on the Disney Treasure, and our train ride home on Amtrak. If you've been following along with the series, thank you so much for watching. And if you're just joining us, there's plenty more coming. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, hype, and turn on the notification bell so that you know when the next adventure begins. And no matter where your next adventure takes you, we hope that you enjoy the journey. Bye now.